carbon and other chemicals. It's the contract a physicist makes with quantum mechanics, to never agree in wholly knowing the Lovecraftian beast, for its entirety will surely break you. I brought us food. It's much the same with humans. Our fractaling particles of atomic construction birth galaxies and spiders in the same detached stroke. It's too big to comprehend, but not so great that it can't be compartmentalized, fragmented into the consumable chemicals. I saw this guy make a sandwich with a spoon once instead of a knife, and it actually seemed pretty good for like slicing, for like scooping the peanut butter and jelly out. Oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, phosphorus. But I tried it myself once, and when you try to spread anything really with a spoon, it tends to rip the surface you're spreading it onto. You and the cosmos are cut of the same carbon cloth. Everything in existence is just you, reconfigured. So, in conclusion, I don't recommend making a peanut butter and jelly with a spoon instead of a knife. You're approximately as worthy as every great man and every poor man combined, simultaneously the sum and difference of the universe. When reduced to the basics and rounded to the nearest whole integer, you are approximately the same as them, so why would you treat yourself as anything special? The one thing I can recommend to do with the peanut butter and jelly, gross, is to do the peanut butter first, and then you can get away with not washing your knife in between the peanut butter and the jelly, because having a little bit of peanut butter in your jelly jar is a lot less egregious than having a little bit of jelly in your peanut butter jar. Whenever I'm alone with my thoughts, every 5 to 7 business days, I revert to existential crisis mode, because I use jelly for one thing, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and I use peanut butter for more than that. A solitude-spurred degradation of my God complex reveals the truth. Everything's just atoms. This is difficult to do in gloves. The same chemical process that make you human take place in a housefly. But I'm cold, so we're gonna make it happen in gloves. When stripped down to its simplicity, there's an inherent sameness in everything. A sameness which I find greatly comforting, because if I'm not special, then I can afford to risk it. One thing that I really fear in this world is being misunderstood. You know, I say a lot of things that I either don't mean or only mean in a facetious manner. Make no mistake, consistency is not akin to conformity. When the chosen one mythos is abolished and the ego is removed, the shackles of a consequential world are lifted, and the mind can run free. And sometimes people don't get it, and that's okay. But I want people to get it. Otherwise, a lot of what I say comes off as pretty crazy. Sameness is not meaninglessness. I talk a lot about the meaning of life, and usually in a pretty nihilistic fashion. But I don't want to be misconstrued. Even though I think most of our endeavors are ultimately futile, it doesn't mean that I don't think we should endeavor. Because, I don't know, I feel like not everything we do has to have a purpose. I didn't bring anywhere to put the knife. If any atomic configuration is equally capable of doing anything and everything that I ever could, then I have the power to do what I want. Oh shoot, see, I was gonna cut this so you could have half and I could have half. But I just stuck the knife in the snow without heeding the cosmic consequences. It's probably clean. I can fail. I can spark a blue. In conclusion, I fail. For you. I can afford to simply endeavor because the stakes are low and my actions cannot change the world. Anyways, I think a lot of nothing sometimes. I think a lot of nothing. At the end of the day, it's all atoms. My fingers are really cold. And maybe there is a bigger picture, an end to the means, a structure formed from the aimless electrons of existence, but I don't know it. Right now, I'm thinking about how the water damage from the snow is gonna mess up my leather stuff. I'll fix it, I'll shine them again, they'll be fine, but they won't be fine for a little while, and that's what I'm afraid of. In a yearning for a more perfect life, concessions must be made, and equations must be simplified. We must agree to accept the unknowable and find solace in the dark. 1,000 blinded soldiers march to a battle they will never see. So why wouldn't they stop to smell the flowers on the way? I'm hungry. I'm gonna go inside. It's getting cold.